All right, thank you all. You can go ahead and get started with raising hands, and we'll start with Andy.
Thanks, Tish. Hi, Courtney, Andy Lipton. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good, thanks. Good to see you. I think the New York Liberty is going to miss you, Courtney. I wanted to ask you a two-part question. Did they want you back? And if so, was there something you would have liked them to have promised you um, to want to come back that they didn't promise you?
Wow, the deep questions, huh? I mean, if they want to be back, that's a question you're gonna have to ask them. Um, but in terms of promising me things, no, I mean that's not what I was looking for in my free agency. It wasn't promises. I was looking for an opportunity that worked out for me. My time in New York was special. There's nothing else around it. I have really great relationships with everyone there. It was just a personal decision for me. Yeah, there's nothing much to it. You know, obviously my role changed a lot, and I was looking to be in a little bit different situation. But you know, I came there to win a championship with the players that I did, and we were able to accomplish that. And so going into this free agency, I was just looking more to make a little bit of a more personal decision. So that's really it.
I mean, did you try to come back to the Liberty?
Uh, I think that we decided at the end that it was time for me to move on. I didn't meet with them, if that's what you're asking. There was conversations. Jonathan has my number. We have had conversations, and it was just, I was looking for something that they couldn't give me. And yeah, I mean, there's nothing more to it. And like I said, it was a great relationship. We still have a good relationship that we didn't leave on bad terms. I'm very happy for my time there, and very grateful for everything that they were able to provide for me.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Go
Courtney.
Ben.
Thanks, Tish. I guess I'll ask one W question then about your time in Chicago. I mean, post Ariel Atkins trade, just what do you think it will be like to play with her, and what are you most looking forward to just about that backcourt pairing?
Yeah, I'm really excited about having Ariel on the roster. I mean, her resume speaks for herself. She's an incredible two-way player. I think it's huge. She's an all defensive player that plays really great on the offensive end. And there's just not very many of them. The way she competes on both ends, she can really shoot it. She's going to be a really dynamic scorer for us. And another vet experience. I mean, she's an Olympian. She's won at every level, and I think that's going to be huge for both our locker room, but also just building the culture that we're trying to build in Chicago.
Gotcha. And then one or two unrivaled ones. I heard you went to Disney earlier this week.
Yeah.
I guess, was it your first time there, and what were some of your favorite rides?
Um, it was not my first time there. I went as a kid, so it's been a while. But my favorite ride, we did Epcot. We just sticked to Epcot the whole time. And my favorite ride was definitely the Guardian of the Galaxy roller coaster. It was one of the best. I wish I could ride it a lot, but the lines are insane. Disney is crazy. Oh my gosh. It'll be a while until I go again, for sure.
Are you a fan of roller coasters?
I love them. That's like what I did that was our vacations as a kid. My mom was a huge roller coaster fan. That's what we did. So I'm like, I love it.
Gotcha. I guess then, other than taking regular trips to amusement parks during the WNBA season, I guess, are there other things that, as you reflect on your experience at Unrivaled in terms of standard setting, whether it's, small things like resources you have in the training room, or bigger ideas that you want to see reflected into the W, whether it's this year or going forward?
Yeah, I mean, I think that having everything in it, it's just like they built this facility so that we had everything that we have. And I think the model has been there. The most WNBA teams are either have one or striving to get one very soon. So the standard is set. It was unbelievable that Unrivaled was able to put this all together. There's nothing more we could ask for. They really do take care of us. But I think, like I said, the standard's set, and everyone just got to either meet it or they don't.
Yep. Thanks, Luke.
Jackie.
Hi, Courtney. Just one here. Building off the question about the Ariel trade, I'm just curious, looking league-wide at a bit of a trend we've seen during this offseason, which is lottery picks have been traded at the rate that they have been. I'm just curious why you think that's sort of become a trend this offseason.
Well, I think, you know, it just depends on who's available in the draft and what the team needs. I think more so like recently you're trying to fill your roster. I think in the past it's been you take best available regardless of what your roster is. But I think now you see teams trying to fill out the best fit that they need, their most needed. You know, there's great players in the draft. So I know it's surprising that you're trading for picks, but if you don't think that the player that you really want is going to be available at your time, maybe you're looking to fill it with a vet or somebody that's already, you know, fits your roster better. And I think that's what we're seeing. You know, and with the cord players and everything, there's so much movement that, you know, you're using these assets to get vets that are, you know, really incredible players, but you have to trade some assets to get these players. So I think it's a combination, but there's a lot of talent in these drafts, and there's a lot of talent in the WNBA, and people are just trying to fit their rosters, like the best fit, I think.
Thank you. Thank you.
And last one from Chris.
Hey, Courtney, Chris from the Chris Gunther Show. My question to you is, what has been your favorite moment playing in the league?
The WNBA.
In the in the Unrivaled League. I probably should have been a little bit more specific with that. My apologies.
All good. My favorite moment, I would say, I mean, getting our first win after a rough start was a pretty big moment for us, you know. I think going into this, if we talked about us being 0-4 in the first, we would have been, you know, didn't believe you, but you know, to get that monkey off our back and get that first win, that was a good moment for us.